welcome to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it's me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only. It is Erik, aka Uncle Rico. Follow him at eTop21Sports on Twitter. Follow me at XFL Jim. Give us a like, give us a follow. I'm going to try starting off with that this time to see how well that works. And Erik, I think we have some special news to kind of start the show. I want you to do it because you put the legwork in for this. This was the Uncle Rico special.
Well, Jim and I are proud to announce that Royal Retros is the new sponsor of the show. You looking for some retro USFL, CFL, XFL gear? Click the link that's in the YouTube description. Use promo code SPRINGFEVER. They'll give you a little 10% off gift, and that way they'll know old Jimbo and Uncle Rico and I sent you. I've put in my order. I'm going to be rocking some old school Detroit Drive 8 Arena League stuff, my friend.
Look at that. We got the banner now, too.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom.
Look at us go. Yeah, I was perusing the store a little bit before we went live, and I might be copping some sick retro Royal USFL merch.
I can't decide, do I go with the Washington Federals or the Chicago Blitz?
Why don't you get one now and then another later? Or what you could do, my thing, what I like to do is I like to get one now, or I'll order both now, where I'll get one that's just a t-shirt and then I'll get a hoodie for the fall.
Hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a good play, dude.
You're a big hoodie guy, Erik.
That's a good play. I love me a good hoodie, my friend.
So, do you like hoodies that feel big on you, or do you like more form-fitting hoodies?
I like the baggy hoodie. I'm a baggy hoodie. This one's big. This one I wear all the time. It's baggy as hell.
Dude, when it comes to hoodies, I want the baggier the better for me. That's how I feel.
I like it. That's same way, my friend.
But Erik,
do I get a Michigan Panthers hoodie?
Ooh, rep the home team?
Yeah.
But what are we covering on today's show? We got a little USFL recap, quick recap of week 6. It's weird that we're already in the second half of the season. There's only 4 weeks left. Little bit of XFL news. We're going to give you the updates on players signing NFL contracts. XFL doing a little training camp, little rookie draft, and some showcases around the country. And, we'll talk about the CFL preseason. Not that it matters because, CFL preseason, whatever. We'll pick USFL week 7, and we'll cap the show off with a little extra love for the X League, Green Bowl and Pearl Bowl, I believe, happening this weekend. So we got a packed show for everyone in the books. Erik, let's start off with a little week 6 recap. A. Matthews, yes, USFL, unreal. Game number 1 of week 6, we had the Maulers versus the Showboats. Showboats winning 22-0. What did you want to say, Erik?
I'm looking at the site right now, and guess what I found on the site?
What'd you find?
An old school He Hate Me jersey.
I mean, I know the first thing I'm getting.
An old school He Hate Me. Boom.
That's what I'm copping first.
That's what you're copping first? A little.
Did I tell you the dumb idea I had? I mean, I might do a temporary one and show up to work. I was going to do He Hate Me across my knuckles.
A tattoo.
Yeah, I was going to do like He Hate Me across my knuckles there.
I think
it'd be sick. I think it'd be sick. I wonder if I can do like a temporary one and show up to work like that. What do you think the boss would say?
Jim, come to my office.
We don't have offices.
Jim, I need to speak with you.
That's probably more accurate. But we had USFL this last weekend. Memphis Showboats 22, Maulers 0. The Maulers have been as good and as improved as I feel the Maulers have been. They've also been a part of the only 2 shutouts of the season.
Which is kind of weird.
They were coming off of 2 weeks of improved offensive showcasing. Meanwhile, the Showboats are like heating up. That defense is legit. Their offense didn't really need to do much in this game, but I think stop me, Eric. I might be buying into the Showboats team.
I told you, Jimbo. Jimbo, I told you about those showboats, buddy.
You did.
I told you, Jimbo. I said, Jimbo, showboats.
That's exactly what he said. He DM'd me. He's like, Jimbo, hey. Listen to me.
Well, no, we talked about the run game. I thought their defense would start to come along,
The
and it
defense is
is.
good.
But with that being said,
we'll see which momentum is stronger this coming week when we get to those picks. But Maulers, I don't know if this was like a fluke loss or like, I don't know, man. Maybe the South is just that much better than the North. Because every North team except for one lost this week. Again, the same thing that happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean,
it's still anybody's race. No team is pulling away right now for
there's
the
a
playoff.
boat jam. I mean, look at the South, dude.
Look at both divisions. They're neck and neck, dude. There's no one. I will say there is no one separating themselves from the pack, and I, for one, love it.
I like parity. I'm all about parity, and with this being competitive, it's going to mean for more competitive games down the stretch.
Exactly. It means so many. It means every game matters for every team. You didn't have that last year.
Last year,
the Maulers were out of it by week 3.
And remember, they had that game between them and the Panthers for the first round pick, just so that way.
Still love it. Still love that. That was my absolute favorite move that the USFL made. I really hope they do it again. That was my favorite move that they did last year.
Well, there being so much parity, will they?
I think they will. I think they still will. The bottom 2 teams, I think they'll still I think they will. I hope they will.
Now, do they have I'm spacing. Do they have to move the schedule around?
I don't maybe.
You know what I mean? Like
they might have had those 2 teams play. So let me see the USFL 2022 schedule. Look it up real quick. Full USFL 2022 schedule. Give it to me. Come on. Michigan, Pitt. I don't think they did. I don't think so. Maybe they only did it because it lined up perfectly.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking the more I think about it.
I hope they do it, dude. Even if they do it so USFL playoffs are June 24th to 25th. June 18th is the last of the regular season. So I don't think they're taking a break in between. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there's no breaks. If there was this is where the USFL, I wish they would do what the XFL did and have a break in between the playoffs and the championship game. And then you can play your toilet bowl then.
Yeah, that'd be something. But I think that was just one of the things that they just kind of did on the fly last year, if that makes sense.
I think so too. Also, there might just there's always the scenario where one team is obviously the worst team, with the worst record. The only reason that worked out last year is because both teams had the same record.
Yeah.
So who knows? It was super awesome, super fun, but it doesn't always work out. Game number 2 of last week, we had the Stallions taking on the Panthers. Stallions winning 27-13. The big story of this game for me was Mr. Magoo. Alex Magoo was playing out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, good. Panthers obviously struggling a little bit at the quarterback
atrocious
situation.
On offense, dude.
They're going to have to get some stuff organized and sorted out for them to be a serious threat moving forward. Unless they get that quarterback situation figured out, they're going to be behind the 8 ball, just because at the end of the day, this is always going to be a quarterback league.
I'm still trying to figure out how Josh Love looks so good weeks 1 and 2, and has looked so bad the rest of the season?
That's the $1 million question, my friend.
It makes no sense to me. I don't trust the Stallions defense whatsoever. I don't think Scooby Wright, he's still questionable. I don't think he plays this week.
Yeah.
So they're still going to be led by the offense. I might just be taking some overs in some Stallions games going forward, but Panthers, just like you said, need to figure something out on offense. The defense was not showing up this game, but you can't expect them to show up every single week and carry the team on their back. It didn't work last year. It's not going to work this year. Game number 3, the lone North win. The Philadelphia Stars beat the New Orleans Breakers 16-10. Erik, I feel like every time we put a team against a wall and be like, hey, this next game is a must-win game, they go out and win it.
Yep. And you know what? That's what a winning team does, dude. They just go out there, and that when they win a must win, they have to win, and they do it.
Also, the Stars, quick little cap, have not scored an offensive touchdown in, I believe, 3 weeks.
So just
it's
listen
at
to
least
this.
2 weeks. No, it's 2 weeks. They scored one 3 weeks ago, week 4, but week 6 and week 5 and 6 have not scored an offensive touchdown. And I think Aguilar in the game in week 5, we didn't mention it last week. Shout out to him. I think he tied a professional football record for field goals made in a game.
I'm looking at this right now. The Stars 3-3 with a negative 34 point differential.
Yeah.
Generals 2-4 +3. Maulers 2-4 -26. And then the Panthers -34 at 2-4. Only one team in the North has a positive point differential.
Yeesh. And they're not even the favorite in the future market, by the way. Also, last week, I think we talked about it. I think the Stars were like 10-1.
Yeah.
What do you think they are now?
5.
Yeah, 550. They're the favorite in the North. I'm actually kind of kicking myself for not taking them 10-1.
Yeah. Rightfully so, Jim. Not to be that guy.
Yeah. God damn it, me. So they I don't know. Case Cookus looks good. They have a sort of a system figured out where they're getting rid of the ball quicker.
Yep.
And it's working. I don't know how long it's going to work for. Their offensive line is still in shambles. They can't run the ball. Their defense is whatever. The Breakers dropping 2 in a row is a little concerning.
Yeah. What's up with that, dude?
I don't know. Bethel Thompson hasn't looked good in these last couple games. He threw 2 picks. He's putting it all on himself. It could be like a mid-season dip, and then they kind of get right for the end of the season. But I don't know. In a league this competitive right now, I don't know if you have the luxury of doing that.
Yeah, you can't be dipping up and dipping down. It's got to be like, you got to just kind of maintain. Of course, there's going to be off weeks, good weeks, but you got to make sure you you don't want to fall off too much. I guess that's my thing.
I just don't like something. This offensive line isn't doing it. The defensive backs aren't really doing their part. I don't know. They need to get right. They need a get right spot. They might have the defense to do it this week, but Breakers a little concerning. Stars, big win. Shout out to Aguilar. He's the MVP on the Stars team. He has scored at like all the points.
I like it. He's playing well, dude.
I'm actually looking this up. So,
God damn it.
Aguilar tied a professional football record for field goals in a game in week 5. He made 8 field goals in a row.
That's absurd, dude.
He has to have the record for field goals over 2 games because he made what? How many did he make in week 6? He made fucking 1, 2. 3. No, he made 2. So he made 10 over the course of 2 weeks.
That's absolutely absurd. Do we know? I mean, I'm just looking at the future market right now.
Okay.
I'm just kind of looking at the future market.
Anything jumping out at you?
Panthers at 12-1.
Hate it.
Showboats at 9-1. Maulers at 12-1.
I think I'm already stuck with the South team that I have. I think I'm on the Breakers. I might dabble with the Maulers. Because if they figure this offense out, I trust the Maulers defense more than any other unit in the league.
I mean, I'm just looking at it right now. I mean, the Stars are 3-3, Generals 2-4, Maulers 2-4, Panthers 2-4. One of these teams is going to get in. Okay. One of these teams is going to get in.
I think it's the Maulers. It's probably the Stars and the Generals. But I think if if those like long shot guys can make it, I think it's the Maulers.
Maulers, USFL. So let's look at their schedule, okay?
Okay, so week 7, the Maulers play. Well, let's do the last game of week 6 real quick. Generals, Gamblers. Gamblers win 16-10. Gamblers are now on a 4-game winning streak. I don't know why the Generals decided to put Laletta in instead of Johnson, because I guess they assumed Kyle Laletta was a better passer, but if you're getting this kind of production off of Laletta, you're getting the same passing production, if not a little bit better, out of DeAndre Johnson. And then he also adds the extra layer with his legs. Just put Johnson in there.
Yeah, you definitely want to have the guy that can do multiple things, kind of like the dual threat, if you will.
And then the Gamblers, there's like, I don't know. So I was talking with Chase about it. He thinks the Gamblers are legit. I just feel like the last 2 games I've seen of the Gamblers, maybe the last 3, I feel like the other team is playing like their worst game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just the Gamblers' magic. Maybe they force the other team to play way worse, and they force them into uncomfortable situations. But to me, just with my eye test, it looks like the Gamblers are playing teams on their worst day.
I see both sides of that argument, to be utterly honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to sip the Kool-Aid.
Uncle Rico, the fence sitter, of course.
Okay, I'll side with you, man. I'll get off the fence. I'll side with you there.
Side with me on this show, and then whenever you do a show with Chase, you can side with him. It's fine. I'll allow it.
Okay. So I'm looking at this right here. Okay, this is the Generals. Panthers, Showboats, Stars, and Maulers. Okay. No travel. All at Canton. All in
Canton.
All in Canton.
It's a nice way to end the season for the Generals.
Panthers, Generals, Breakers, Maulers, Stars. Canton, Birmingham, Canton, Detroit. It's a lot of travel.
That's tough. I don't like them. That just makes me like the Panthers even less.
Maulers. They go the Stars, Gamblers, Panthers, Generals. I'm telling you, I think it comes down to that game.
To which one?
I think it comes down to the Maulers General game at the end of the year.
So you think the Stars make it in?
I think the Stars are going to make it in.
So the Stars again. The Stars have. I mean, this is a big game this week for the Stars and Maulers. So like the Stars have the Maulers, the Stallions, the Generals, and the Panthers. Like this is a tough schedule to end the season for the Stars.
I like the Maulers and the General schedule because they're not leaving Ohio. You know what I mean? They're just posted up there. They don't have to travel at all.
Yeah, it is actually really good. I'm gonna take the Maulers. I'm gonna put a little future on the Maulers at 12-1.
Okay, let's do it. I'm in.
Let's do it. Spring fever stamp of approval on the Pittsburgh Maulers. Erik, before we get to picky games, there's a little bit of news in the diaspora for the XFL. Let's first talk about some guys that are on teams now. I believe last time we talked, we ended on the May 15th selections. I think that's correct. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we ended on like Ben DiNucci, Bryce Thomas, those guys, Jacques Patrick. We had some guys get added in afterwards. We're getting little trickles of updates every week. So here are the newest XFL to NFL contract signings. Jordan Thomas, tight end of the Orlando Guardians, who was electric. He was maybe the Guardians' best player on offense. Mm-hmm. He was awesome. Is now on the Carolina Panthers.
I like it.
Now, also on the Panthers, Gary Jennings, wide receiver of the Battlehawks. He was pretty good for the Battlehawks. Jared Jones-Smith, offensive tackle from the Battlehawks, is now on the Washington Commanders. Charleston Rambo, electric wide receiver from the Guardians, is now an Eagle. And maybe my favorite selection of the entire contract cycle, Hakeem Butler, wide receiver of the St. Louis Battlehawks, is now on the Pittsburgh Steelers. If he fixes his drop issues, I think he could be a legit receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, I see it. I see that.
Daniel Whalen, punter for the DC Defenders, is now a Packer. Willie Taylor III of the Arlington Renegades. Willie Taylor was awesome in the XFL this last year. He's now on the Jaguars. Elise Mack, tight end for the Brahmas, is now a Titan. And that is caught up with the NFL signings of XFL players. Other XFL news, they're bringing the showcases back again this year. They're going to 6 different cities. They're doing HBCU. They're doing basically all different kind of areas of the country. So they're doing the HBCU showcase is in Atlanta. They also just have a straight up Atlanta showcase. They have a St. Louis showcase. They have a Washington showcase. They have a Houston and Arizona.
Okay.
And then also July 25th, 27th, they're doing the XFL Combine in Arlington.
Okay.
On top of all of that, June 16th, the XFL is doing a rookie draft.
I like it.
So they're getting a bunch of college guys.
Now,
I think there's 2 rules for it so far from what I'm seeing. Well, obviously all the rules about you had to have this much college, you have to have been eligible to have been drafted in the 2023 draft.
Okay.
And you cannot be under contract by any professional football team. So all those guys that got picked up at the USFL draft, next.
Okay.
Those guys are under contract. Yeah.
That answers my question then.
So basically all players signing XFL contracts. And it says here, all NFL players who sign an XFL contract, including players who remain under contract from the 2023 season, will have an NFL out until Tuesday, December 26, 2023, following the conclusion of the Week 16 of the NFL season. So I think that means if they get dropped from an NFL team, they can come back to they're locked into those.
Reread that last sentence for me.
All players who sign an XFL contract, including players who remain under contract from the 2023 season, will have a, quote, NFL out, unquote, until Tuesday, December 26, 2023, following the conclusion of the Week 16 of the NFL season.
Week 16. Interesting. Okay. All right.
So I'm still wondering if it works because are they contracted with the league? The only thing I don't want to see, because I don't want to see it with the USFL, I don't want to see roster turnover where guys who were on a certain team last year are on a different team next year. Don't do that. Never do that. Keep everyone on the same team. If Ben DiNucci fizzles out and gets booted from the NFL and wants to be back in the XFL, he's a Seattle Sea Dragon. He's not going to go to another team.
I think that's big. Yes.
No, I hope so. I don't know if that's like 100%.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. I don't want
Yes.
him to like go to come back and then he is
play for DC or something.
Like, yeah, the Brahmas or whoever.
That would just be disgusting. I don't want to see that. That just imposes the image of a farm league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all. CFL preseason news. Calgary defeated Edmonton 29-24. There you go. That's your CFL preseason. The one preseason that matters less than any other preseason.
Wow. That was great.
We are 2 weeks away? June 8th. We are 2 weeks away from the CFL season.
What's that opening game, dude?
It's British Columbia versus Calgary.
And what time does that bad boy start?
8 p.m. CDT. I think that's Central. 8 p.m. God's time.
Is it a Friday night or
Thursday night football? So I talked about it. I talked about it on stream, I think. The CFL is going to make it very easy for me to stream a lot of these games because they do basically a game a night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're doing one game a night.
Yeah, I'm an old man, dude. I can't stay up that late on a school night.
Well, so Thursday's 8, Friday's 7:30, Saturday's 6, Sunday's 6.
I know. I can do a Friday night. I can do a
Saturday and maybe a Sunday if it's at 6.
Yeah.
You can't do a Thursday night at 8 p.m. to like 11.
Jim, dude. My Friday work schedule. If I'm going to give you in the messenger my Friday work schedule, and you're going to be amazed.
Erik,
guess what time I'm doing? First client starting, not this Friday, starting now, next Friday, I'm out of time. 2 weeks from tomorrow, guess when I have my first client in the morning?
5:30.
5.
Yeesh. I don't like it.
I have some nut job that wants to put work in at 5 a.m. So I'm going to be coaching at 5 a.m. on Fridays now.
Erik, I'm going to announce it right here, but I want to know if you're going to be in for the entire stream. Memorial Day. So I do a special stream every Memorial Day. I've done it 2 years in a row now. 2 years ago, I ate as many hot dogs as I could in a day. Last year, I drank as many beers as I could in a day. Erik, are you in for the live stream idea for this Memorial Day?
Jim, when I tried to get on the live stream last year, every time I got in, you were sleeping.
I'm not going to be sleeping this time. Do you want to know what it is?
Well, what is it?
24-hour dance marathon from midnight to midnight.
You're just going to be dancing?
Dancing and maybe singing.
Oh, Jimmy.
There might be some singing involved.
Jimmy. And what
maybe
day is
some
this?
Darts, maybe some drinks. Memorial Day, so this coming Monday.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to the Brewers game on Sunday, so I'll probably be there.
Yep. So Sunday night at midnight that night. That's when the stream starts. It doesn't end till midnight, Monday night, Tuesday morning.
Dude, you're a nut job, dude.
It's going to happen. I got the ghosts ready. I'm going to get the drinks ready. I'm going to get everything ready for this stream.
Jimbo.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, Erik. But let's pick some USFL. Let's get it right now, baby. Shout out Bet Online. Getting the lines out. Get some money lines earlier, you fucking cowards. Game number 1, Stallions Breakers. So this one's moved. I looked at this one Monday. It opened as Stallions -1. It's now Stallions -2, over under 46. I'm on the Breakers.
I kind of like the Breakers here too. A little bit of
I like the Breakers straight up.
Yeah.
I think the Breakers can pound the rock against the Stallions defense. I think I'm going to bet I said I was going to bet the over on the Stallions last time. I don't know. I don't like this total. I'm going to bet every total though. I'm going to lean towards the over. This is the get right spot against Stallions defense, who's banged up, not very good. I don't think Scooby Wright's back. They can't stop the run. Give me the Breakers straight up. Give me the Breakers +2 and give me the over 46.
I'm gonna take the Breakers plus the points.
You think you get like a 2.5 or a 3 by game time? I don't think so.
I'm seeing one shop that has a 2.5.
If it ever gets to a 3, I'm hammering it.
I mean, I'm seeing a 2 right here. Look, stuff gets funky. I'll take the 2. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna take the 2.
I don't hate it. Also, just shout out USFL. So we had a couple blowouts this last week. I think the matchups this week are going to be way more competitive just based on who's playing who. Stars Maulers. Right now, the Maulers are -1 over under 38.5. So this open, I think this flipped. This open is Stars -1. So this is flipped. Okay. I like the Stars. Actually, man, I don't fucking know. I was going to take whoever was the dog in this one. I was going to take whoever the dog was in this game. I'm betting the under. The under. I don't care if it's 38.5. I like the under.
Give me Mauler Nation.
You're going to take the Mauler? See, I don't know, dude. At one point, I don't hate the Maulers. I like the under. Even though it's so low, I still like the under. This might have to be right now. I lean towards the Stars. Whoever's the dog on game time, I'm gonna take.
Whoever's the doggy?
Yeah, whoever's
I'll just get taking Maulers, dude. I mean, like in my head of football heads. All right, so we got the Maulers, we got the Stars, who are just coming off a 16-10 win over the I'm spacing on who they just beat. Breakers. You know, a 24. This
might be like.
I just kind of think this is kind of like the spot where they just kind of come back. Mauler's coming off a bad showing, good defense. I just feel this is the spot for the Maulers to get it back in line. I'm actually more confident in this one, as crazy as it sounds, than I am the Breakers.
God damn it, Eric, you convinced me. I'm flip-flopping. I'm a flip-flopper. Give me the Maulers -1. I still like the under. It's probably my favorite play in this game. Gamblers Showboats, the tale of two hot teams. Gamblers right now sitting at -3.5, over under 43. I'm on the Showboat straight up. I'm also on the under 43.
So you're not gonna like. See, to me, this is an interesting game because you have two teams kind of peaking going in.
Yeah, and I think that the Showboats are more legit. I think I'm on. In my head, I am on the Gamblers are a little bit fraudulent.
Why?
Because, like I said earlier, I think just the teams that they've played have played their worst games against the Gamblers. Maybe that's going to be the case for the Showboats. It looked that way the first time they played. But since then, the Showboats have gotten a new quarterback. Their defense has improved. And I like their ability. I don't know, man. I like the Showboats. And I hate that I like the Showboats. Jon Snow in the chat also says Showboats +3.
I mean, I'm not going to bet the game. I mean,
I'm also on the under 43.
For me, this is just two teams coming at the right time. One of them is due for regression.
And I think it's going to be the Gamblers.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like the last 2 weeks, the Showbirds, that's their norm? And it just took them a little while to get to it?
I think since adding Cole Kelly, that the Showboats have improved every week. They've looked better every week.
Okay. All right.
That's since adding Cole Kelly to the mix. The defense has gotten, the whole team has just gotten better, despite Todd Haley being the worst person on the planet.
You didn't like that Giddy you did?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't think I could hate him more. When I saw him doing the gritty, I wanted to shoot him in the face. Last game of the weekend, Panthers, Generals. Largest spread of the weekend. Generals -7, over under 39.5. I think this opened at 6 or 6.5.
Yeah. So let's look into this.
Are we just going to go with the too many points again?
All right. So Generals, they've put up 10, 21, 17, 28. They beat them by 15 earlier, week 3. 20. 10. I mean, I guess it just comes down to, it's crazy. Like, and this is just a basic thing. Do you trust, if the Panthers get to 10, I think they cover.
I don't know if they can against this Generals defense with how bad the Panthers offenses look, though.
That's the thing. If they can get that high, they cover. Oh my God.
I'm going to take the Generals. I'm taking the Generals.
Can't do anything, man. I mean,
I should have taken it earlier, but I'm taking the Generals.
I mean,
I'm taking the under, too. I'm taking under 39.5.
I like both games
that you picked
on Saturday. I like the Saturday games. I just think these Sunday games, I don't know. I think
oh my God.
The comment you made about the gamblers, like, are they just catching teams on their off week? And what's
Jon Snow's right for this game for you, Erik. This is a layoff game. This is a stay away. Yeah. So you were saying, though? Sorry.
Oh, no. I was just going to, I just feel the Showboats, like, I don't know what their norm is. I think they're a little bit overachieving their norm. And I'm really thinking about the comment you made about the gamblers. Because of that, I'm gonna pass on that. I feel that with the Generals offense, this is too many points, but can you trust the Panthers defense to get to that number? I don't think so. So this is going to be a pass.
I think you're right that I'm way more confident in my picks for the Saturday games than I am the Sunday games.
Mm-hmm.
I like picking the Maulers and I like picking the Breakers more than I like picking the Showboats and the Generals, for sure.
Okay. So we agree on that.
But I do like the under in almost every game.
Are you going to parlay every under?
You know what? Yes. You want to know what $100 would do for that one? Fucking Bet Online's not going to let me parlay it, so I'm going to go to a different sports book who I'm not going to. Oh, it's Bovada. I don't give a shit. I'll name them. We're not sponsored by any sports book. Fuck you guys. Sponsor us if you want exclusivity. Shout out Royal Retros. Okay, so USFL. Let me parlaying all these unders. I even get a better number for the Mauler Stars at Bovada. I get 39. Shop around, everyone. Plus 12.28.
I mean, dude, just throw a C-no down on that, get $4,000 back. Whatever, Jim.
I could do it.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it.
Fucking do it. That'll do it for the USFL. Any other parting thoughts on the United States Football League, Erik?
No. Let's go Maulers.
Let's go Maulers. Let's go Breakers. Breakers, pick it up. We got a future riding on you. And you're disappointing us right now.
I know.
Before we cap off with the X League, there's a little bit of Arena Football League news to discuss, which I consider the Arena Leagues like spring football adjacent. They're kind of their own thing. Like Arena League's its own thing. It's not it's Arena Football is its own thing. But it's adjacent. So there is this league called the National Arena League with a little owner by the name of Antonio Brown. Owns a team, has been doing really, really bad. So he decided, who's probably the best player on this roster? Me, the owner, Antonio Brown. Was he like 2 years removed from the NFL?
Yep.
So, yeah, he will be starting. He'll be suiting up this weekend. Jon Snow says because there were so many unders last week, I think more games go over than under this week. I disagree. I'm sorry, John, but I disagree. I still don't think they've adjusted the lines enough. But Antonio Brown is playing in the National Arena League in Fayetteville, Arkansas this weekend. Can we get Chase to go?
We should get Chase to go.
be a on the scene reporter.
Oh my God! You see this? The National Arena Football League, owned by Antonio Brown, the Albany Empire, has been mired in controversy. The team has allegedly
They've been really bad,
and coaches, and some of its best players have been suspended. Jesus has not played since April 21st. Players and staffs are supposed to get paid every Friday during the season, but no one received their direct deposit on April 28th. On Sunday, the Empire played the Carolina Cobras without payment and lost 56-49. One day later, head coach Damon Ware left the team because of missed payments.
Yeah.
The Empire's acting president, I'm not even going to pronounce that first name, told the Times Union that the missed payment stemmed from an issue with the payroll processors, which occurred when former owner sold his shares to Antonio Brown. Now, without their head coach, the Empire have also suspended 6 of their best players due to an altercation on the team bus in North Carolina. Wide receiver Darius Prince, quarterback Sam Castronova, offensive lineman Brandon Cersei, offensive lineman Melvin Hollis, defensive back Dwayne Hollis, linebacker Nick Hague have been suspended and did not get room keys to their rooms at an Albany Holiday Inn.
Yeah, that I heard about. Yeah, because the hotel was pissed at them too.
And did not. So did like the team, or did just these players not get their room keys?
Certain players didn't.
At 9:40, Albany police responded to a call of harassment at the hotel, and the investigation is still ongoing. Amidst its payroll issues and suspensions, the Empire are 1-2 through 3 games, and their next game is against West Texas Warbirds Saturday night at 7 p.m. I mean, how do we stream this game, dude?
Let me see. Let me look at the NAL schedule. Schedule. Okay, let's see. How to watch games. Here we go. I got it, Eric. Oh, YouTube. YouTube, baby. Should I stream it?
Can you?
I can risk it if I just do Twitch. I'm fine risking Twitch.
All from live games on AFL Now.
You can just watch on their YouTube.
Oh, it says YouTube TV though.
I literally just found their YouTube, the National Arena League YouTube. They have scheduled 2023 Week 8 Jacksonville Sharks versus San Antonio Gunslingers.
So what do I type in? What?
Just go to their website, or you can just probably look up on YouTube. Just look up National Arena League. You'll be fine.
Scheduled. Boom. Oh, dude, 6 p.m., dude. Shit, man. So, dude, here's the thing, Jimbo. This weekend, my buddy is opening up a brewery in the hotbed of Buchanan, Michigan. Do I get him to put up the stream up on the big screen?
If you do, I mean, you could try. If you do, take a picture at least. I might have to make the Saturday USFL watch-along stream Twitch only so I can also show this on the background.
I mean,
it might have to be Twitch only.
A Twitch exclusive?
Twitch exclusive USFL watch-along stream.
I mean, I think you have to do it, my friend.
I think I have to do it. I think I have to. For the people.
Dude, for the goddamn people, dude.
For the fucking people, right? Hell yeah, it's happening. Okay. The USFL watch along stream will be Twitch exclusive on Saturday for the people. Yes, it's going to happen. Damn right. Damn right. Shout out National Arena League. Shout out Antonio Brown for being a fucking showcase everywhere he goes.
Don't hate on AB, man.
Dude, he's easy to hate on, and he's easy to call a psycho.
Yeah.
But now, Erik, it's time for our beloved X League. The games are always on super late, so that's why we finish our podcast with it. We have the Pearl Bowl and the Green Bowl, I believe, coming up this week. Green Bowl, May 28th, we have the Elecom Kobe Phoenix taking on the Panasonic Impulse. I think I know who Erik's picking in this one. Same team I'm picking.
Who are you picking?
Impulse. I'm on the Impulse. All day, every day. Pearl Bowl, there's a couple more games going on. IBM versus Obic. That's actually a pretty good game. I'm going to be on Obic, though. This is Saturday, May 27th, which means it's like Friday night for you and me. I'm going to try and stream a bunch of these games if I can.
Okay.
It's going to be a very busy weekend for me.
It's going to be a very busy weekend for you, big man.
Are you taking it with the big blue and the Eagles?
I'll take the blue. Who you taking?
Will you?
Yeah.
Tokyo Gas versus the Deers, our Deers. I'm dubbing them my Deers. I'm taking the Deers.
They're not your deers. They're my deers.
They're our Deers. Give us the Deers, baby. Asahi Beer versus Dentsu. I think the Dentsu Caterpillars. I'm taking the beer. I'm taking beer. I'm going to root for beer. How many leagues do you get to root for beer, Erik?
Not that many, my friend.
Who you want? Beer or the Caterpillars?
I'll take the beer.
Nojima Sajimahira versus Fujitsu Frontier. Give me Fujitsu all day.
Oh, all day, every day, my friend.
All day. And that'll wrap it up for the X League. Game of the weekend is probably going to be the most competitive. Is probably IBM Obic or... Actually, I think all three of those games are competitive except for Nojima and Fujitsu. I think actually all the other games might be fairly competitive. That'll do it, though, for this episode of Spring Fever. Erik, what do you got going on this week?
Podcast is coming out on Friday. You're going to be on it talking a little USFL, talking a little NASCAR, talking a little fantasy, starting some fantasy football talk, buddy. So, it should be a nice little show. Make sure to check that out. Those in Buchanan, Michigan, I'll be there on Saturday. Saturday only appearance at my buddy's brewery, whose name of it I forget. I'm such a great friend.
You are a great friend, Erik. You are. Unironically, you are. Hey, did you get your mask this week, by the way?
I have not checked the whatchamacallit yet.
The P.O. box?
I have not checked. I'll check my P.O. box tomorrow.
You fucking better.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. When you got crazy fans and crazy ex-girlfriends, shit happens. Dude.
I don't blame you. You guys know where to find me at XFL Gym everywhere. I got a lot going on this week. Obviously, all these streams. It's going to be a wild weekend. I just posted last week. I posted my XFL season recap. I'm coming up with ideas for other fun videos, and before you know it, the next few weeks, little show called the College Football Tailgate will be back.
And I'm really looking forward to the tailgate.
It's going to be a 3-way tailgate because Chase is going to be on it now too.
Oof.
Yeah,
that's
baby.
Gonna be fun. Nice little threesome
Action for the people. So tune into the National Arena League stream from XFL Gym on twitch.tv/XFL Gym. It's going to be wild. And tune into my, I'll see you guys Memorial Day. I'll be around. I'll be up all day, 24-hour stream for Memorial Day.
I'll make a cameo. I'll make a
I'm
cameo,
sure
my friend.
I'm going to try and send links out to a bunch of people. We're going to try to do cameo and whatnot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you head over to Royal Retro. Use the promo code Spring Fever. You get 10% off. What a fucking
10%
deal.
off great beer. I'm ordering stuff right now, my friend.
I'm going to order some stuff after this too. Make sure everyone buys some stuff from them. It really helps out the show. Thanks. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, subscribe to Eric's channel on YouTube, give us a follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review if you want. I don't care if it's good or bad. Just leave a review. Leave a 5-star review and write the most hateful stuff you can think of. That's what I'm going to say. That's your goal for this weekend, everybody. Thank you for listening. Love you guys.